T-Boys TV, we're here to finally talk about a win, guys. Flipping hell, it's been a very, very long time. Obviously, December the 20th was the last victory at home against Derby. 2-1 victory, late limbs. Obviously, this game, a 1-0 win against Portsmouth. You know, a game going into it, we were aiming to win anyway. And even, despite our form throughout the whole season, it's a game you'd look at to win. You know, newly promoted side, you was in the Premier League last year. You got to aim to win it, really. But the lineup, was quite interesting. So it's a 3-5-2 again. Kaminsky in goal, remained in goal. I thought he had a fairly decent performance. There was a worry where you thought he might potentially come off, but he didn't, thankfully. Makoso, Naismith and Bell. I like that we, stuck with Makoso after his decent 45 minutes against Watford. Naismith, you got to put him back in. Bell, at first I was a bit sceptical based on his recent performances, but he had a really good game. Jones on the right. Jones not as good today, I felt. Like, his passing was good. It was just he weren't going forward and utilising his strength, which I didn't like to see. Doughty was decent. Clark, was massive coming into this game, especially with the fact no Nakamba, someone that can do a bit of both is him. Lamine's not been great last couple of games, let's be honest. He's still got a lot to learn. Asgard and Walsh, you're going to stick with them. I thought they were both decent, especially Walsh. He was really good today. Morris, much better performance from Morris. And then you had Brown. I like that we didn't put Elijah in, because he ain't been great, let's be honest. And then the bench, obviously we had Elijah, Ali, Anderson, Bowler, Dabo, Krul, McGuinness, Nelson and Norda. So I knew McGuinness would feature in some sort of way. It was just whether he was going to start or not, and he was on the bench. But the actual game, first half, I thought we started really well. Very similar to the Sheffield United performance. And, the worry at the time before we got the goal was, yes, we're dominating, but we're not taking our chances. And we eventually did. Jordan Clark, great finish from the rebound to latch onto it. Originally they nearly scored an own goal. They nearly scored an own goal before that as well. Pass back to the keeper, which they absolutely messed up. Very different goal, but it reminded me of the goal that we scored against Reading a few years ago when Cornick pounced and went behind the keeper and, tapped it in. But yeah, we go 1-0. You're thinking, yes, okay, this is good. This is good because the first goal in this game is massive. I mean, at the time, just because of former games, even when we have took the lead, you're thinking to yourself, we need another goal just to confirm it, to make sure. But they were quite dirty in the first half, I'll be honest. They ended up getting 3 yellow cards. They're experienced players as well in Murphy and Ritchie, which did help because at some point, obviously, they both got substituted, which did help. But Walshy got taken out twice. I mean, I thought they were quite fortunate, the early one, not to get a red card personally. I did think they got away with that. But, yeah, it was one of them where first half we were really good. We were just thinking we need that another goal. But going into the second half, I mean, Portsmouth were better, I'll be honest. We weren't as good as we were in the first half, in the second half. But it was one of them where you look at it and you think, as much as I felt we needed that second goal, Portsmouth just weren't great in the final third today. And that was their problem. That was our problem last week. That was our problem. You look at it and you think, well, we just couldn't. We had that Jones chance in that game. But less said about this game, that game. Talk about today. And them players come off, like I say, Murphy, Ritchie, and that was a massive benefit for us, and that helped us see out the game, because in my personal opinion, they are the better players, and obviously them having defenders out did help, like we have to be honest, guys, and they were struggling to deal with us in that first half, hence why they kept getting them yellow cards for them dirty fouls and that, but we grinded it out, and Kaminsky got a BS yellow card, yet again, against Portsmouth, but the two in the other game, his second yellow, they probably warrant a red card. But, the one today was crap. The referee was crap. He's never been a great referee, in my opinion. Obviously, he was the first one to have a Premier League game, and obviously that was Sheffield United versus us when we beat them 3-2 on Boxing Day in the Premier League. But yeah, that has moved us up to 22nd now in the table. Derby lost again, which helps. I actually said 1-0 Middlesbrough as well in the Championship predictions I do with a couple of my mates and stuff. I said 1-0. So that's good. That's helped. But the problem is Hull are playing Plymouth. Now, ideally, you want to draw. Plymouth are a point behind us. Obviously, got a worse goal difference. Hull are 2 points in front of us. So ideally, you want to draw out of that. And then we've got Burnley, which is going to be difficult. I'll take a draw in that game, I'll be honest. But it's going to be very tough. Obviously, they're a team that are right up there, as a lot of people would have expected. Expected them to win the league, me personally. But, at least they're up there competing in that, top 4 conversation, I guess. It looks like they're going to get third in the league. But yeah, it's one of them where we take it. Man of the match today, I thought there was a lot of good performances. I thought Doughty was good. I thought Walsh was good. I thought Clark was good. And I'll probably give it to Clark, to come in, and do a bit of both like he did. I like that. He got the winning goal as well, latched onto it. And that's the thing about Clark. Every goal he scored for Luton is been, a great goal, especially his recent ones anyway. You think of Wembley, obviously. You think of the 2 in the FA Cup against Man City. You think of the one he scored against Bournemouth in the Premier League last year as well. That was good. And this one, he just latched onto it. And where it actually ended up going in the goal was a great strike. So we take that. We move on to Burnley next. Matt Bloomfield finally gets his first win. And if the players grind out results like that, it still wasn't a great performance, but if they can grind out results like that against them sort of sides, especially the games we got at home, they're favourable bar Leeds, I would say. Middlesbrough we have a good record against, and other teams I think we can beat them at home that we've got. So if we make use of that, and show what we're about, then we can stay up. But we need to keep that consistency, guys, because we've seen a lot throughout the season. We get results, good results, and we don't follow them up. So that's what we need to do. Burnley is going to be a big ask. Let's try and get a draw out of that game, and then build on it, and then go from there. We've got a lot of teams around us after that. Stoke, Cardiff, their games we need to be trying to win. Hull as well, which is now 12:30. So we need to be trying to aim to win them games. It's as simple as that if we're to have any hope of staying up. But good performance from a lot of the players today. I don't think anyone was average or crap, to be honest. I think there was a lot of just above average ratings, if not better. So fair play to the boys. They showed that heart today, but we need to keep this going now. We need to keep this consistency going and then build on from there. So, yeah, let me know your thoughts on the game. Luton fan, Portsmouth fan, or a neutral fan that watched it. Do let me know your thoughts on the game. Smash a like, subscribe, follow me across all my socials, subscribe to the Extra channel, and make sure you check out the vlog from home if you haven't already. So, yeah, take care and peace.